guys, I'm back with a mandolin tutorial, this time for Midsummer Murders. No idea if you know this, I realise it's very, very niche and a lot of you guys are overseas, but I felt I had to share this with you. I grew up in the 90s in the UK, and this was all over the TV. It was the go-to thing. I think the equivalent is Murder, She Wrote. But same kind of thing, right? They were always figuring out who did it. It's a whodunit. But anyway, it has a very good theme tune. It's a good one to work on your timing with because it's in 3/4 and there are a lot of rests. And because it's so spacious, it's also one that we could tremolo and have a lot of fun with. And then it's also one where you end up sort of shooting up to 8s, 7s and 6s and then back down to 1s. So we don't normally work in this kind of key. We're normally in friendly keys like G, C and D. So we got a different one today. So I thought, hey, that's a good challenge. Let's try it. So let's just talk you through briefly 3/4. So remember the top number is the number of beats in the bar, in this case 3. The bottom number is code, in this case the 4 means a crotchet or a quarter note, same thing. So you're looking at 3 quarter notes or crotchets in the bar. So in other words, 1, 2, 3. Like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you get the gist. And then if you look ahead at line 1, you can see all the rhythms are really, really friendly. You're talking crotchets or crotchet rests. So those are the ones that look like little lightning bolts. So that is a crotchet or quarter note rest. It's worth 1 and you do want to count them, otherwise it will send you horribly out of time. You don't want that with this piece, okay? So do count them. And the rest of the rhythm's really, really easy. There aren't any quavers in this. There's nothing to worry about. In that sense, it's all about where you're going. So the hardest thing in it is navigation, I would say. So let's start as we mean to go on. Let's think about where we're going. So normally we're kind of hovering with our index around 2, but not so much on this piece. We're hovering with our index around 1. You want your ring finger around about 5 and your little finger on 6. So this should set you up nicely for the first phrase. Okay, so your little finger's going to be on 6. It's all on the A string. You're going to go 6, 5, 6, and then 5, 3, 1. So ring finger, middle, index. I'll do it again. So you're going to go little finger, and then ring finger, middle finger, index. And then to finish off the phrase, ring finger, middle finger. So very slowly, let's talk through that again. We're going to go little finger, ring finger, middle, index, ring, middle. All right, and then if I count you in, let's see if you can do it too. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do that again. And I would do tea and coffee, but it's so easy. It is just all tea, and I think that might get a bit grating on your ear if I keep going tea, 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 tea. So I won't do it to you guys. I'll just keep counting 1, 2, 3. But just know, if you are that kind of person that prefers the mnemonics, the words, then it is just tea all the way through. And it either sounds or it doesn't sound. And what I mean by that is you're either playing a note or you're not playing a note and it's a rest. So that's all I mean. Okay, so let's try that again, counting you in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then you can kind of see we're coming up for the next phrase. Hopefully you felt like that was a complete one. I hope you did. And of course, if you need to rewind this video, please do. If you need to slow it down, here's a little graphic just to remind you how to do it. Click the cog, settings, playback speed 75, and that'll help you out massively. But moving on then. So we've got the next bar which starts with 2 crotchet rests. So we must go 1, 2 before we play 6 with our little finger. Why are we using our little finger? Well, because we've just used that position for the first phrase. So we've landed with ring on the 5 and then middle finger on the 3. So we don't really want to be sliding up and moving around just yet. You can later, as you get happier with this piece and you get to know it more, a nice slide might sound quite cool. That kind of thing. But I wouldn't do it yet. There's a lot of space between these 2 notes and there's opportunity to do that kind of thing later on. So just keep it easy, just use your little finger. So that bar is literally 1, 2, 3. So easy enough, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that, like I said, launches you into the next phrase. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to bring your index over. I've thought about using other fingers, but I think this is the way to go. So we're gonna go index, and that's going to be our 3 in the next bar. And then we need to navigate to 8 in a minute. We'll worry about our rests in a second, but just so that we know what fingers to use. So index on 3, little finger on 8, ring finger on 7, and then index back on 3. So again, index, little finger, ring, index. Okay, and that's going to be our next phrase. So do remember it starts on the 6. So from that bar, in fact, I will just play it to you first and then we'll see if we can play it together. We must go slow because there's a lot to think about here, I know. So from that 6 in bar 4, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's do that together then. So from the 6 in bar 4, all together, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have an empty bar, which is lovely. We love a good empty bar. And of course, as I've sort of hinted at before, because this piece is very spacious, that doesn't have to be an empty bar. It could be filled with freeze that you're tremoloing. So I know it feels empty at the minute, but it won't always. You can always fill it yourself. I just want to talk through the timing of bar 6, just to make sure you're happy with it. So it's going to be 8 is beat 1, rest, and then 7. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And for anyone that's used to reading sheet music or generally just used to seeing things like rest and stuff, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, surely I should just be playing that and then stopping it from ringing. Like that. And yeah, in theory you should, but I don't do my tabs that way because note flight doesn't show minims or half notes up very well, which are worth 2. Otherwise I would be showing more of those rather than all these crotchet rests. But because it doesn't show them up clear enough for my students, I like to use crotchet rest because then it's really, really obvious how long I want you to wait for. So I want you to hold it down so that it carries on ringing, and I'll soon tell you if I don't want you to, okay? If all of that felt a bit like, did she just speak another language? Don't worry about it, doesn't matter. Don't worry. It's for those that know that kind of thing, and sometimes prior knowledge can really mess you up, basically. But don't worry about it. All right, so let's see if we can do line 1 into line 2, because that's a very good challenge. So we're starting on our little finger. Remember, we're going to go ring finger, and then middle finger on 3rd, index on 1st. So just refresh your memory and go, okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so counting you in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Index. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do that one more time. I think it's good practice for you. And yeah, just a quick refresher. Just remember we reached over to 3rd with our index. I haven't really told you about other fingers you could use, but I've had a fiddle. So the reason we're doing that is because then you can find it all with those fingers that you've just used and they feel happy to work as a team. You could go over there with your middle finger and slide it. Why middle? Well, the middle is a strong finger. It's a nice one to slide with. And you get quite a nice creepy kind of sound if you do it that way. But seeing as this is still new to you, I'd rather you navigate it well so that you can find everything correctly first. You can always fiddle with it afterwards and take everything I say as guidelines, okay? But to begin with, you're still learning the piece, so just keep it simple, okay? So reach over with your index. All right, one last time then. We're going from the first phrase into the second phrase. So from bar 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Index. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from here we're going to slide back to 1. We're still going to play these 6s with our little finger. We're going to find 4 with our ring finger. It's quite creepy, this bit. And then the next bar is going to be 1 index, 4 ring, index. And then we've got to make sure we don't go to 4 on our E. We've got to make sure we bring that shape in a little bit and land on 3. But yeah, generally we're sort of going to pin the index around these 2 strings around 1 so that we can find where we're going. This is going to be our anchor, more or less. So get the 1 ready. So we're going from line 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A thing that can help you whenever you have a shape like this that you find is just a little bit too much of a stretch, try some scales that stretch you out. So it could be the A major scale, could be the D. D is quite a good one because it takes you up the neck and it kind of forces you to stretch yourself out. But if you want to know more about all that stuff, check out my Udemy course anyway. Lots more information on there. Now let's bring you back. We're just going from the 3rd line and into this final phrase. So find that 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Empty bar. And then it would go round again. So that's all the double dots mean. So when you see that on a score, you're looking for where they start. If there aren't any, then it normally means just go back to the beginning. In this case, I actually put them in to make it nice and obvious for you, but essentially it's a bracket. So you're looking for the other end of the bracket, and that's where you start again. And if you look above this, you'll see a 1, again, another type of bracket, and it just goes over those 3 bars. That means this is the first time we're playing this ending. So that's what we play when we're playing it for the first time. If we're playing it for the second time, it will look like this, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But let's just see if we can do that one more time. So here we go. From the 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're back up to the beginning. Let's test you. Let's see if you can remember what you're doing. So we are now playing this for the 2nd time, so bear that in mind, and we're going from the beginning. Remember to move to your index finger on the 2nd line on the 3, okay? Because I just didn't, basically. Learn from my mistakes, won't you? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Index, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Slide back. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So some of you now will be like, oh, I see what she did. And some of you will be like, wait a minute, she didn't play it. So those last 3 bars, I just wanted to see if you would figure it out yourself first. So because you're playing it for the 2nd time, you don't play the bracketed section that says 1, because that was when you did it for the 1st time. You play the bracketed section marked 2, because you're playing it for the 2nd time. You're on the repeat. So in which case, we start with the 5, 1, 2, 3, and then we come back to a 3 on your middle finger. So finger-wise, ring, a little, middle. All right, so just to make sure you can play that, I'm going to go from our old friend over there, 164. I'll go from there and then we'll go into that final phrase, that bracketed section of 2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, hey, okay, so now you know how all the pieces fit together. I'm just going to quickly surmise that again in case there's anybody still confused, but if you get what you're doing, skip to the time I'm going to mark on the screen now, and we will see if we can go through the whole thing all together now that we know what we're doing. Okay, so if you're still with me, I just want to make sure you know what this means. So let's wipe our slate clean for a second. As if we're playing this for the first time, we go from bar 1 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then bar 14, that's where the bracket of the 1 begins. So 14, 15, and 16 is our first ending to this piece. all right? And at the end of it, we've got a double dots. Double dots mean go right up to the beginning again, so then we go with, back up to bar 1, play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and this time we don't go to 14, we go to 17, because it's now the second ending. I hope that makes sense. So to finally finish it off, second run through, that's your second ending, the 5, 6, 3. All right then, let's go all the way through together, all right? I'm gonna count you in. Remember, get the little finger ready, the ring finger, and also remember to come over to the index the minute we get on to bar 5. All right, and just a reminder before I count you in, we're gonna do this twice because there is a repeat in it, and I wanna make sure you understand that it has 2 different endings, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back round again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, well done. We've gone all the way through. Pat on the back to you, because I know the navigation in this one is a little bit tricky. I just want to have a brief little chat about tremolo, because I've covered a lot of it on my Udemy course, so you can check that out here, and I'll pop the link below as well. And it just goes through what tremolo is and how to do it, how to build it up. And I just want to give you a taste of it, but we're basically going up and down on our string. And I'm going to just play the second phrase to you with the one that starts on 6 and then goes to 3 with your index. So at the minute we've got a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have a lot of space. If we suddenly go up and down, and I'm going to move my hand over the sound hole, I'll just give you an idea of what that's going to sound like. You see why I like it, right? It just fills it out. It fills out all the space. You can still count while you're doing this, but I kind of urge people to feel it more than anything because it can get a bit confusing. But you can still go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I get to a point, honestly, where I tend to just think of it as shake. Just shake there and feel it. And then I know when to change. I know not everybody's like me, which is why in my course I do make a point of counting it. But that's generally what you're doing, up and down, and it will fill out all of those spaces and it will sound so beautiful. And just to let you know, I have made a backing track for this song, so you can play along with me. I'll link the video at the end of this one. And just a quick mention of my Patreon page. Big shout out to Jack, who's my new patron over on my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/RosannaBall. That's me. The tabs go over there, along with live streams and things like that. It's always nice to hear from you guys about what you want on there. So if you sign up, type away, let me know what you want. That's what Jack did, and Jack got this video, so there you go, it does work. Thank you so much to my other patrons. Thank you, Tate, and thank you, Ron. Really, really appreciate you guys over there. Lovely. Loveliness everywhere. Anyway, I'm getting too loved up, and it's not very Halloween-y of me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!